All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect and the 144,000. Shalom Barakathum. And the title of this lesson is going to be Accountability and the Importance of Loving One Another. All right, accountability and the importance of loving one another. All right, and I want to speak on the matter just because it's on my spirit to speak on it, really, that when brothers rebuke, when brothers push, one another to do better, that how on face value the world will see that as harsh, or it'll see that as rough around the edges. But the way that the Lord sees it and the scriptures see it and wise men see it, we see it as love, man. Because love is not it's not a feeling, okay? Like, love is a feeling for women, all right, by and large. When a woman loves you, it's a chemical thing that she's bonded to. But if that chemical goes away, there's no oath that she's gonna hold herself to. There's no duty, there's no action tied to it. It's literally just how she feels, and there's nothing wrong with that, all right? But that's also not the kind of love you want to rule over you, because that's a love that's basically out of the flesh. You're not to love somebody just by your emotional feeling for them, all right? You're to love somebody by the actions you do for them, okay? By your actions in general, all right? That is what dictates what love is, okay? And when I was growing up in the church, they would go into the different types of love. They actually went into the Greek. I remember they went into the eros and agape. They like that term agape love a lot, which are Greek terms for a general more love, like a non-romantic love, but they really don't get it. They really don't understand it. That for men, love is an action, man. All right. You're not allowed to be like a woman and just feel things. And, oh, the brother told me this and now I don't feel good about it, therefore the relationship is compromised. No, man, the relationship should only be compromised if the actions of love aren't there. All right. If the brother is not holding you to account to a higher standard anymore, okay, that's no longer love. That's when the relationship is compromised. Okay, men have to stand each other up, man. All right, now the first precept I want to go into, I just typed in love one another, and a whole bunch of scriptures came up, man. So that just shows you how big of a theme that this is, that we, well, me personally, I don't talk about as much, which I should, because that love thing is important, man. We really are all that we have. The Lord carved us out of a whole lot of people, man. All right. He carved out the sons of men from the sons of the wicked, from the sons of God. All right. And then he carved out us further, okay, through the sons of Jacob. All right. And through Jacob, he carved out an elect of them. Okay, so we are a special people, man, and the Lord didn't go through all of that trouble just so we can be willy-nilly and letting each other fall through the cracks on certain things. Like we gotta understand that and realize that's a duty, man. We're commanded to do that. We're commanded to build each other up. And we're commanded to hold each other to account. That may include a rebuke every now and then. It ain't gonna feel good. That may include some chastisement, But these things are important, all right? And although it doesn't seem like it right now, there's gonna come a day where it comes in handy, man. I'm thinking about in the Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi had I forgot his name in the movie, but he had him he was washing them, he had him cleaning up everything, You know, wax on, wax off. You know the movie if you've seen it back in the 80s. And he's like, why are you doing all of this? You're just making me clean up just to clean up. But then when he got him in the dojo to fight, all right, it was something ingrained in him, that movement, you know. He thought he was just waxing the car, but he's showing you the mechanics on how you block, you know. And so although we can't see these exercises, like the scripture said we were rehearsing a righteous act, we can't see the full value of why we got to love each other, why we got to go out on the highways and byways and do this and that. We're never going to be, the whole plan is never going to be revealed to a single man. Even the Lord, most precious prophets, he didn't reveal everything to. There were things that he loved Moses, but there were things that he withheld from Moses. All right, there were things he told Moses, and then there were things he told Moses not to tell us. All right, so the plan is not going to be shared with everybody. All right, you know, and we just have to trust Yahweh Shemi and Yahweh Shai, and that's where faith comes in. But anyway, the first precept I want to bring out is Hebrews 10th chapter, verse 24. It says, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, man. So we supposed to consider one another, man. You know, we should be better about just checking in. I myself personally need to be better at that. You know, that's being considerate, man. Considerate is not being polite. Oh, excuse me. That's what the world teaches you. That's what consideration is. Consideration means, all right, you're factoring in that other individual in the way that you move, and you're factoring in their well-being in the way that they move. And if you see a brother that looks like he's misstepping, or he's not doing what he's supposed to do, or it's not up to a certain level or a standard, you're supposed to consider him, man, and love him through an action, not by a feeling. This is not about being friends. This is not about just hanging out, you know. Like we have a duty to do, man. All right, being friends and hanging out, that's supposed to be a byproduct of doing what you're supposed to do. I always said, do what you're supposed to do, then you can do what you want to do. All right. That's a very effeminate mentality, to just do the thing that you want to do all the time, and then you do the thing that you need to do sometimes, or when you really need to, when it's too late, basically. You know, that's the way, you know, that women would think without, you know, guidance and leadership, man. And when if we as men don't have guidance and leadership, we fall into that same thought pattern, man. All right. But it says again, and let us consider one another and provoke unto love and to good works. All right. So when we love one another, it's to be unto good works, man. All right. And let me see what else there is on that one. It says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. All right. So this is how men love one another, man. When that theme is in the Bible over and over and over again, this is not a touchy-feely. It's not based on touchy-feely emotions, man. All right. And sentimentalism. Okay. There's nothing wrong with loving your brother and having sentimental feelings, but that can't be the basis of it. We have actual work to do, man. There's a purpose to us sticking together in this thing, man. There's a purpose to us lifting one another up and pushing each other to be better. Okay. The scripture said the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it? So if that is the reason that you're cordial with brothers, or you're nice to brothers, or you're doing this and that for brothers, that's off. Okay. It's not off to have that feeling, but if you cannot, that cannot be your guiding principle. You're supposed to do it because the Lord commanded you to do it, and you're supposed to do it because you know the Lord is commanding us to do things that will cause us to live. All right. When the scriptures say that, let me see. Let me type in here. says this a lot. But I'll go to Deuteronomy 4:1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and to the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live. All right, and go in and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of your fathers giveth you. All right, so this is why the Lord gives us commandments, so we can live. These are the ways of life, man. The law, statutes, and commandments. All right, if you follow these, if we had it in our ability to fully follow these to the T every day of our life, we would live, man. We would live plentiful, bountiful lives, man. All right. Now we know that it's not going to be possible in this time, okay? Because this time is really an example to the heathen. All right, that the apple of the Lord's eye, even when they don't do right, they die. And we did die, man. We died a lot, man. We got fucked up. All these captivities we went into. All right. And the scriptures say that actually in Hebrews it says this is a shadow of things to come. So we understand that we weren't going to be able to do it, but if we were, okay, we would live, man. That's the point. And when the Lord puts it in our inward parts in the kingdom, okay, we're literally going to be immortal. You got to let that sink in, okay? So it's not a benign thing, all right? To do these things, man. Let me see, what did I have in here? Let me go back. So a few more of these. I think I'm bringing the point home. All right. John 13:34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. This is Yahushua giving a commandment, man. Okay, and Yahushua ultimately is the embodiment of the law. He is basically life. You know, he's the way of life, man. He's the truth, man. Okay, so the Lord Yahweh gave him that power, man. He's the creator of the universe, so he can give out a commandment, man. Okay, so when he gives out this commandment in John, what is he doing? He's summarizing the law that was codified in the days of Moses, because you have Jake scattered all over the world now. You have the northern kingdom in captivity in the western hemisphere. All right, you have the southern kingdom dispersed all throughout Europe and Asia, Africa. All right, we were so scattered and in the way of these heathen, having their names, their customs, speaking their languages. Okay, that when we were commanded to go out and preach the gospel, man, there had to be a summary of things, man. Okay, and he did the same thing as King Solomon, man, when he said, what is the duty of the whole, what is the conclusion of the whole matter? Is to fear the Lord and keep his commandments. So this is him saying it again in John, basically. Okay, because the John tells you to keep the commandments is to love the Lord, man. All right, and we're commanded to love one another as well, as you can see it's written here. All right, it says, verse 35, by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. Okay, so this divisive spirit is off, man. That's why the scriptures say, mark those that cause division. Okay, this spirit of, you know, every man for himself, all right, is off. Now we know every man has to work out their own salvation, but that doesn't mean you don't make the attempt, okay, to help your brother or to push them, man. If you see that they're not where they need to be, man, if you can see something from a vantage point that they can't, all right, there's an obligation there, man, to say something. Okay, the scriptures say don't suffer sin upon your brother, All right. But to take that a step further, man, we're not supposed to suffer, mediocrity on our brother as well. Okay. Why? Because mediocrity is ultimately going to lead to laziness and a lack of fear of the Lord, man. Fear of the Lord is supposed to be a motivating agent. All right. You're supposed to see somebody get judged and feel motivated to do something, man. All right. John 15:12, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. All right. And Yahushua loved us this way, man. Okay. And we're supposed to be disciples of him, man. We're supposed to be followers of him. Okay. Romans 12:10, be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another, man. Okay. You're supposed to have a preference for your brethren that are laboring with you over anybody else, man. All right. If you get some money or you learn something new, or you come into something that's positive or beneficial, the first person or first people you should be thinking about are your brethren, man. All right. Because it says be kindly affectioned to one another, and kind does not mean nice, man. Nice is a personality trait. A personality is a fabrication. We turn it on, we turn it off. When I go in and work now, that's my nice personality. That's not me being kind to them. So, hey, good evening. You're at work, That's not what kindness is. Kindness is an action. Nice is a tone. It's a tone of voice, a choice of words. I'm going to use nice words. But kindness really is an action, man. Okay? It says, in honor, preferring one another, Romans 13:38, Romans 13:8, Salakia. Owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. You see that? So this is why Yahushua broke things down and simplified it and summarized it into loving one another, all right, as you would love if you would love yourself. Okay? And it says, owe no man anything. Okay? So everything you do outside of that is extra. But don't think all of that extra is going to be enough if you really don't love your brother, man. The loving your brother is the prerequisite, man. You have to do that. Okay? We're a building, all right? We're a temple made with lively stones. Okay? And all of the stones of a single building impact each other, man. If one stone gets chipped or cracked or knocked out, that's going to affect the rest of the building, man. It shifts the integrity of the building, man. It may put more pressure on this side of the building and that side of the building, and it may stand up for a while, but is it gonna withstand the maximum shock that it's supposed to? No, man. All right. Galatians 5:13, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty, and use not liberty for an occasion of the flesh. All right. But by love serve one another. All right. So we have the freedom to do things, but what are you supposed to do with that freedom, man? All right. After you've done all your videos, after you've went on the highways and byways, all right, with that free time, do you love your brother, outside of that? Are you meditating on things that could benefit them or the ministry, And I know I'm dragging this on, but you guys get the point. I think the point has been made that these things are necessary, man. And we're gonna find out soon when all hell breaks loose, all right, why it was. It may not be clear now, but it will be. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Shalom.